Hello, Chris, my Stamp Lady, and I'm glad you're here to stamp with me today. We are using the Rose Wonder Garden Thinlits, the Layering Love stamp set, and the Layering Squares Framelit Thinlits dies. And you'll see there's lots of squares to layer together to create focal images here. So I'm starting with an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of crumb cake cardstock that I folded in half for my card base. Now I have a piece of the Tip Top Taupe paper stack paper, and it's 1.5 by 4 3/8 inch wide, sliding it into the triple banner punch, and I'm just getting that notch out of the end. I love this punch. It's one of my favorites that I use all the time. So now I'm just going to mount this piece of designer series paper right on the front of the card base, just off to the left, and that's going to be kind of just underneath my focal piece that I will make with the Layering Love, using the image that coordinates with the square dies, stamping that in Calypso Coral onto Whisper White cardstock. Then I've picked the square that fits that, the square that's a little bit larger to cut out a piece of Calypso Coral cardstock, and from that same set I have a scalloped square that I will cut the Night of Navy cardstock with. And I placed all those on my magnetic platform on top of an acrylic plate, added an acrylic plate, and ran that through the Big Shot. The next part just comes pulling out those pieces and just layering them. These dies are designed so you can have a 16th inch mat rather than the wider mat that nested squares would give you. And they work with just the straight squares, or you can place them with the scallop squares like this, and they all work together. There's lots of dies included in this die set. I've added dimensionals to the back side, and I'm just going to place that down right over that flag or that banner that I've created with the designer series paper. And the dimensionals give it a little bit of pop above the background. I've cut out from the Rose Wonder set, I've cut out a couple of these foil leaf sets. They're cut from the gold foil, and I'm going to glue them down with some of the fine tip glue. And I love this glue. It goes right where you want it to go. And so I've just applied a little to the back side. You'll notice this other leaf, I've cut part of it off to make it shorter. So again, apply a little bit of the fine tip glue. When you place that down, I like to hold it in place while it sets up just for a moment. And if I'm off to do something else, I'll sometimes just put an acrylic block or something heavy to hold it until it sets. To finish up this fairly simple card, I'm taking some of the sequins, the gold sequin trim, pulling them off to the individual pieces, and I will use the fine tip glue again to just apply those. A very quick and simple card here today with the Layering Squares Framelits and the Layering Love, and those two stamps, that stamp and die set, are designed to work together. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me, Chris, at mystamplady.com, and all of these supplies are available in my online store at shopwithmystamplady.com. Thanks a lot for stamping with me today.